Maybe I should start by saying a few words about the history of the institute that I'm directing, the Institute of European Studies, an institute that was created in 1990, an immediate consequence of the German reunification at a time when in Germany there was also some concern about the perception of the new Germany in the United States. And at the time the German government decided to invest in 3 different American universities. One was Georgetown University, the other one was Harvard, and also my own university, UC Berkeley, to establish a research center on the new Germany. The new Germany that was clearly now a Germany that was very much integrated in a European context. Hence also the name of the institute, the Center for German and European Studies. In the year 2000, so 10 years after the foundation, the university decided to add additional research centers we had on the Berkeley campus and then create the Institute of European Studies on the Berkeley campus. That is a kind of, if you want, an umbrella, and underneath the umbrella we still have our programs that focus on European nation states, but we also created a Jean Monnet Center which clearly has a focus on the European Union as a whole. And I'm not, I was not born in the United States. I came from Europe, from Belgium, to the United States. So also for me, it was interesting to learn more about how Americans see Europe. How do Americans look at the European Union? And I was actually quite surprised at the time to find out, especially in California, how much interest and also sympathies you would find with the whole idea of a European Union. Sometimes I speak to my colleagues jokingly that it seems that the EU is perhaps even more popular in California than it is in Europe. So there's definitely quite a bit of goodwill, I would say, in California. I would say in general that many of the heads of states of EU member states are probably more popular in California than many of the American politicians. And at the same time, of course, the United States is much more than California, right? So when you go to the Midwest and you go to other parts of the country, you do see, of course, a very different conception they have of Europe. It's quite striking to me that to many Americans the importance of the EU is not really something that people are necessarily aware of. You see them still thinking in the sense that real decisions are made by, you know, the strong countries, Germany, France, but underestimate clearly, I would say, the importance and the power of the European Union. And this is, I think, why it is also so important for the EU to have representations like we have at our EU Center, because we do work with younger Americans, right? We work with people who in 20, 30 years from now will be in leading positions, not only in the United States, but all over the world. Because my university, we don't see ourselves primarily as an American university. We see ourselves as a global university and have students from all over the world coming to Berkeley. And in my capacity as director of the Institute, it's of course wonderful to have this opportunity to, you know, tell them more about the EU, about the history of the EU, the importance of the EU. And the hope is, of course, that they then take that knowledge with them when later in their lives they advance in their careers.